Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're located at in the world. This is Linda Terjesen. My company is LTLTE, Learn to Love to Exercise. I'm here live with you today and I'm super excited to be here again and share something important this week that I know many women especially struggle with. So as you come on, please say hello and let me know where you are listening from. And let's make this interactive. Let's get some comments and some thumbs up and some loving while I'm here with you for the next half hour, because today I want to talk about 8 steps on how you should be eating more food. Who wants to eat more food? Give me some thumbs up if you want to eat more food. And I'm talking about real food here, not supplements. Because a lot of women especially struggle with cutting calories and actually not eating a lot, and they're still gaining weight. And it's like this mystery. How can I be gaining weight when I'm not eating enough? Hi, Leanne, thanks for coming on. So please say hello and let's make this interactive. And my first question to you is, do you practice intermittent fasting? Do you practice intermittent fasting? I would love to know. This is not about intermittent fasting, but I would love to know who practices that, and if you can share why or how long you've been doing it. That would be super helpful too. Because like I shared last week about being our own health advocate, and a lot of times we do things, we're not really sure why we're doing it, why we're taking certain medications or supplements, and it may just be because some of our friends do it. I hear that a lot. A friend, a family member, somebody does something and that's why we do it. So again, today I want to share 8 points about what can happen when you are eating less and you're actually gaining more weight. So let me say hello, Suzanne. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Leanne. Let me know if you are practicing intermittent fasting, or do you skip meals intentionally? So point number 1, let me know if you're ready for point number 1. Let's get a number 1, numero uno, in the comments. Place a number 1 in the comments so I can get into the first step. Because there's a lot of misperceptions and there's a lot of data, of course, out there. We can Google and get a lot of different information, and it can get pretty confusing as to what we should do. Should we cut calories or should we not? Now, typically, if you want to lose weight, you want to decrease your daily calorie intake by 500 calories. But if you're only eating 500 to 700 calories a day, then obviously you don't want to cut those calories because you would be eating nothing. So let me get a number 1 in the comment box. And then I can get into the first point. Because number 1, I'll get into it right now. Number 1, and keep hitting number 2, number 3. I'm going to go up to 8 points. Number 1, why you don't want to eat less. Because if you do so, and if you do that over a long time period, you're eating very low calories, you're skipping meals, your body is going to be storing the fat. And we do not want the body to be storing fat, do we? We don't want the body to be storing fat. And this happens because we are starving the body. The body gets confused. The body gets confused because it doesn't know when or if the next meal is coming and what that meal is going to be. So the body stores the fat while it's waiting to see when is it going to get fed again and how much food is it going to receive. Is it going to be enough? And if you keep constantly feeding your body low calories, then the body keeps holding on and storing that fat, which will not allow you to lose weight. Also, let me know if you have any questions or comments as I'm going along. And this has happened a lot to a family member of mine who I have witnessed starving herself ever since she was a teen, and she is in her late 50s now, and she struggled with losing weight ever since she was a teenager, up and down, up and down. Let me know if you can relate to this roller coaster ride of yo-yo dieting, trying all these diets, but consistently going back to the thing where she was eating very, very little. Oftentimes just one meal a day, and not even every day. And the one meal a lot of times would be a salad, a big salad. But then the problem was that she, on the salad, would add a ton of dressing, like ranch dressing, creamy dressing, which is obviously not going to help. And that's where you're going to get your calories, because vegetables don't have a lot of calories. So numero uno, was that the body stores fat, okay? Number two, are you ready for number two? Give me some thumbs up, some loving, and number two in the comments. Or you can put a number three there, because I'm going to move into that soon too. So number two is, if you are consistently eating low calories, skipping meals, skipping breakfast, then what happens to your muscles? Your muscles are going to diminish, okay? Your muscles are going to get severely reduced. You're going to lose the muscle. And we work so hard, especially if we're strength training, if we're weight training, we work so hard to build our muscles, and then we're going to lose them if we don't eat enough. And why is that? It's because the body is conserving the energy. The energy meaning the fuel, right? Food is fuel. Can I get a comment? Food is fuel. And the more fuel, just like you're fueling your car, the more you're fueling your car, and you're giving your car the kind of fuel that it wants. So say you have a Mercedes and you need to put premium in it. You need to do the same with your body. You need to put premium food, healthy foods into your body and fuel it consistently before it gets too low. Because what happens if you fuel your car too late? It's gonna run out of gas. And then what are you gonna do? Then you gotta work really hard with getting the gas and bringing it back to your car and fueling your car, right? You're gonna have to push it to the gas station. And that's the same like with our body. If we let go and if we skip these meals, then we're going to deplete our energy stores. And what is going to happen from there? Let me get some comments. If you are eating, how many meals and snacks you're eating? I would love to know how many meals and snacks you're eating. You can write an M for meals and an S for snacks. So place that in the comments. How many meals, how many snacks? Myself, I eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I have at least 2 snacks. And I recommend 3 meals a day and several snacks a day. It's very important. Because number 3, are you ready for number 3? Let's get some interaction here. Are you all asleep? Let's get some energy. All right, number 3. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Debbie. Hi, Christine. Hi, Suzanne. Appreciate you all watching. Let me know, where in the world are you located? I'm in Dana Point, SoCal. All right, ready for number 3? Number 3 is, if we don't eat enough, we are going to, and this is super important, especially for ladies, super important number 3 is that we are going to destroy our metabolism over time. We're going to destroy our metabolism. And who doesn't want good metabolism? So for me, I have really good metabolism. I can eat a lot, and I do eat a lot, and I don't gain weight. It's hard for me to gain a lot of weight. And it wasn't always like that. When I was 32 years old, I could not lose weight. I could not lose the weight. I had like 20 pounds I needed and wanted to lose. I was so frustrated. I could not lose the weight, and I couldn't understand it. I wasn't eating a lot. Sometimes I would skip dinner, and a lot of times we do that. We skip dinner. Maybe we have an apple for dinner. Maybe we have an apple martini for dinner. But with destroying that metabolism, you are setting yourself up for failure, okay? Because you are destroying it yourself. You're consciously destroying your metabolism. And when you do that over a long period of time, it's going to take a lot of time to boost that metabolism. It's requiring time. It's requiring patience. And who has patience and time? Typically, we don't have a lot of time, and a lot of times we don't even have a lot of patience. Am I right? Am I right? Yes? All right, so that was number 3, destroying your metabolism. Number 4, what is going to happen next is your body is not going to get all the nutrients that it needs. If we always eat little calories, if we always eat the same amount of foods over and over and over again, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or maybe just for 2 meals, or maybe 1 meal, if you're always eating the same and you're not eating enough, then the body does not get enough variety of these foods. And we need variety because we need all these nutrients. So getting your vitamins, getting your minerals, we don't need a ton of supplements. We don't need a ton of vitamins. We can get this from real food, But we need to eat enough for the real food, and we need to have variety, because if we eat the same thing, we're going to keep getting the same nutrients. So we want to mix it up a little bit, right? And besides, it gets boring when we always eat the same foods. Do you agree? Hello? All right. That was number 4. Was that number 4 or number 5? Destroy the lack of nutrients. Okay. Number 5 is with it back to the metabolism, right? So if you don't have a lot of metabolism, if you don't have a lot of energy, then that results in fatigue. You get tired, you get exhausted, you get that afternoon slump, especially around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're like, oh, you're so tired. And that is because of what you are feeding your body, that we often get tired. Have you ever gone out and like had a really big lunch? Maybe gone for Mexican food, had chips and salsa, had some quesadilla, had a burrito, whatever it may be, and then you get back to work and you're just like you're so full and you're just so exhausted. You're just tired. And it's because of the food, the particular food that you've been feeding yourself, that makes you tired, okay? So it's important to eat healthy so you can have all of that energy. And one of my clients that came to me, she had so little energy, and she was in her late 30s, very little energy, and here I am at 52, and I could run circles around her. And the reason why was because she was eating a lot of fast food. She would always go and get fast food, always on the weekend, and certain times during the week. She would skip breakfast most days. She would drink her coffee for breakfast, but she wouldn't have the energy. She would feel exhausted and tired. And you're not supposed to feel that way, especially if you're only in your 30s. And like I said, I'm 52 and I have a lot of energy, and that is without caffeine. I can jump out of bed in the morning and be ready to go. And that is because of the way that I'm feeding my body with real food and not with supplements. Okay? Are you ready for the next points here? Say hello as you're coming on. So we have talked about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. No, I think it's number 6. All right. Next one is a very important one for women, is that you can destroy your hormones, okay? Your hormones can be off when you don't eat enough calories. And again, doing this over time just destroys the hormones more. You're setting yourself up for failure. And we need to have those hormones working for us especially if we want little babies. You know, you want to have little babies and then your hormones aren't working, that's going to be a problem. And then next is that if you're getting older and you're going into perimenopause, you're getting into menopause, you're postmenopausal, and if you have trouble with your hormones, then just like the metabolism, it's going to take time and patience to get that working for you again. I have a client that I'm working with now. She's so used to eating extremely little food, and she has taken time, and it's also a mindset, right? Because if you're used to eating just a small amount of calories and someone tells you to eat more, you're afraid that you're going to lose weight. But with eating more and with gradually getting into more calories and monitoring the kind of food that you're eating and tracking it and drinking a lot of water, you're going to start having the hormones and the metabolism and all that work for you again, because the body works really hard for us, but it takes time and patience. And the nicer you are to your body, the nicer it's going to be to you. It's kind of like having that nice friend, right? You want to have the nice body that works well for you on the inside, because it all comes from the inside. All right, last point number 8 is that with eating just a few calories, and this is super important. I know I've said several of them are super important, but now with COVID and with everything going on and with people getting sick, this one is super important because you can mess up your own immune system. And we don't want to do that. And a lot of times people are asking, what can I take for my immune system? You know, oh, should I do turmeric? Should I do more cinnamon? What should I do to build up my immune system? And yes, you can do turmeric and you can do cinnamon and you can do garlic and others. You don't need supplements. You can get it through real food. You don't have to take a turmeric or a cinnamon pill. You can use the powder. But we want to build up that immune system, because if and when we get sick, and I have friends that have been sick with COVID, and my friends who are healthier have recovered a lot faster than the ones who haven't been as healthy. So when you have a good immune system, then first of all, you're not going to get sick as much, as often. And if and when you do, you're going to recover a lot faster. So it's important to nourish our body so that we can build up our immune system. And those are the 8 points. I want to recap them for you. And I'd love to get some comments of how many meals you eat per day or how many snacks you eat per day. You can say 1M, 2M, 3M, 4M, 1, 2, 3 S for snack. What I recommend is 3 meals and 1 to 2 snacks. That is what I educate my clients on, even if they've come to me and they have been following intermittent fasting, but they actually want to eat food again and they want to eat real food and they miss food and they're hungry. I know for myself, if I don't get meals at a regular time, I get hangry. Have you ever experienced getting hangry? I have. So when we eat more, we're fueling our body. We're getting a variety of foods, a variety of nutrients, and that is why we don't need to go and get the kombucha and the probiotics, and we don't have the gut trouble, and we don't need all the extra supplements, all the extra vitamins, because we are fueling our body the way that we should. And again, we need to do this over a time period. And if you have destroyed your metabolism, if you've been eating low calories for a long time, then it could take a couple of years to build that up again. So that's where you need to have the patience and not rush into anything, because we all know that we can go on all these diets and we're going to lose weight, most likely on the diet. But then as soon as we finish the diet, whether that is Atkins or a keto diet or a Whole30 diet, because a Whole30 is a diet, even though it's a more sustainable, maybe not sustainable, it's a more healthy diet. But again, it's 30 days, right? What do you do after the 30 days? You go back to your regular ways and then you gain the weight. Hey, Megan. Hey, Colleen. Let me know if this resonates with any of you. And if you're skipping meals, if you're intermittently fasting, and maybe why, because not everybody knows why they're doing this. So you want to have the body, again, work for you. And it is very good at doing that. It tries very hard. But if you keep beating the body up, you beat somebody with a stick this many times, then it's going to crap out. And then you have to work on it. So it's a journey. Our health is an everlasting, ever-growing journey. Just like our business, we're working on our business. It takes time, it takes patience. When you have a new business, it's not just going to go like that. It's not just going to blow up overnight and you'll have all the money and all the clients and everything you've ever dreamed of. It takes time, right? How long have you all had your business, who's listening now, either live or on the replay? I would love to know. I've had mine for a few years. I work mainly with women, middle age. So that would say low 40s or say late 30s till about mid to late 60s. Mainly women. And the reason why is because I can relate to these women. Just like your business, if whatever you're doing in your business, if you have that experience, then you can relate more. So I can relate more to somebody who's late 30s, late 40s, because I've been there, I've lived it. And then getting into the 50s, I can relate to that because I'm there. I'm 52 and a half. And of course, I haven't been 66 yet, but I've watched my mom. I've worked with my mom, who I got started working out in the gym when she was 57 years old. So that's another thing. It's never too late to start. But again, think of it as a journey, a process that you're going through, not a quick fix, because the quick fixes don't last. And I think I'm up to almost my last 5 minutes. Any questions, any comments for you that are on here, please let me know. Let's make this interactive. Make sure I said hello to everyone. Hi, Christine. Hi, Suzanne. Hey, Colleen. Thanks for coming on. So tomorrow I'm going to do a workshop, a free workshop. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be talking more about this subject on not eating enough and gaining weight. I'm going to talk about how you can fix it, what you can do for yourself in order to lose this weight sustainably once and for all, what action steps that you need to take. So that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow in my free workshop. The link is in the comments and it's going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So click the link, register, and I still have some space available. So let's get you in there while there's still space. And also I posted a link to my free Facebook group and I would love to have you in there. I share daily tips, inspiration, value, guides around health and fitness and nutrition. I'm a certified nutritionist, so that's why I always talk about real food, because that's what I believe in and not supplements. And the 3 reasons why what I do works, why it's different from other people, is because I work on a sustainable lifestyle change. Sustainable. And how is it sustainable? It's because I educate. As a certified nutritionist, I educate all my clients. I want them to learn. I don't want them to depend on me forever. I want them to learn, and then I want them to move on and know what to do. So I educate so you can follow this for the rest of your life, and that's why it's sustainable. I don't give a meal plan. Meal plans, they work, but then when you're done with the meal plan, then what do? You go back to your regular way of eating, or you're confused, you don't know what to eat, you don't know what to drink, because you no longer have that meal plan to follow. Sometimes the meal plans are super strict, and if they're super strict, then what's going to happen is we're going to get tired of it. We're going to get burned out on this food that we're eating, and we're going to say, the heck with it, now I'm going to go and have my ice cream and my cookies or whatever it is that you like, and then you're going to get off the meal plan and you're going to start gaining weight, and you're not going to have the education. So the education is super important, and I'm sure you all know that as entrepreneurs, how important it is to be educated. And then the second reason why what I do works is because it's relatable. I'm 52 years old. I relate to my clients. I relate to the female clients because I've been there. I've done that. I've struggled with my weight. I've skipped the meals. I've had metabolism that wasn't working. I've been tired. I've been exhausted. I used to always have that afternoon slump around 3 o'clock. I no longer have that. I have tons of energy. From morning to night, I have lots and lots of energy. I sleep well. And you can have all this too, because if I can have it, you can have it. So it's a question, do you want it? And the third reason why what I do works is because of accountability. With me, you're working directly with me, you get a lot of accountability, you get a lot of support. You're not just working with a computer or with another coach, you're working with me. And that accountability is what my clients love. It's what keeps them on track. It's what keeps them going. Because without the accountability, we go back to our own ways. We make excuses. It's super easy to make excuses and or to procrastinate and say, I'm going to do it later. You know, nobody's watching me, so why should I do this? I don't really feel like having vegetables with my dinner. So instead, I'm just going to have a pizza. And hey, there's tomato sauce on there. Does that count as vegetables? And when you don't have that accountability, it's so easy to fall off and say, I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going on this vacation. I'm going on a trip. There's a birthday coming up. I'm just not feeling good today. I had such a rough day, so I need to reward myself with some ice cream. All of these things, it's super easy to fall off. And my clients, all during COVID, have been losing weight and not gaining weight. And I know there's many people who are struggling with weight gain, especially during COVID. And then they try different things like intermittent fasting and different vitamins and quick fixes that they think will help them. And in reality, it doesn't. And if it does, it doesn't stay for long. So I have 2 minutes left. I would love to know if there's any questions, any comments. Was this helpful? Did you learn anything? Are you practicing any of these things? You can always feel free to message me directly, send me a friend request, and I'll share with you whatever I can. My passion is to help others get healthier in a sustainable, natural way, boosting their metabolism, losing that belly fat that we get, especially as we get into the menopausal time, and have a lot of energy, and with that, of course, having the confidence to live your best life. So if you're interested in my webinar, tomorrow, Thursday, 6 o'clock Pacific time, that's California time, then register and be there at 6 o'clock. And if you want to get into my free Facebook group, click that link, get in there, and then let's see how I can help you. You know, just ask me questions. I'm always here, ready to help and serve. And again, all I want is for others to get healthier, feel amazing, have lots of energy, and have that as a sustainable lifestyle. So thank you so much. I hope this was helpful. I really enjoyed having you all on here today. I hope you have a beautiful Wednesday. And I hope to see some of you in my group and on my free workshop tomorrow. All right? Have a beautiful Wednesday, my friends, and take care.